Week 5 of the 2024 season. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bills and the Texans, and it comes your way next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his 2nd season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And Stroud now to throw. Out to his left. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. 2nd down and 4. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Looking to throw is Mills. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Mills now. On the move to his left. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills 16. Give him
2nd and short. That gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Mills steps away. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll try to throw here. Mills forced out to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Davis Mills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they finally get their chance on offense, 1st and 10. Now Tua. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Valdez-Scantling in motion right. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And Diggs has it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun to give to Mixon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. That's caught again by Schultz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mills. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Tua sets up to pass it. Finding Knox there, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danico Autry, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for. Just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops down. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Mills. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back now in Houston. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Play action, now it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 3rd down and 13. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And now out comes Houston. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to pass, Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is caught, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mills. He's got his target. That's complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep. So for the Texans, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.